Well, hello and welcome to a wet, soggy Wednesday. It wasn't raining when I set off, but it's raining now. It was raining when I came back, let's just say. Fortunately, my seat didn't get wet on my scooter, even though I hadn't pulled the sides down. So I managed to mop it over with a bit of tea, well, not tea towel, that paper towel stuff, yeah. Managed to do that, yeah. And I'm wearing rather a gorgeous skirt today, look at that. It's in 3 tiers. I can only show you one without showing anything else. With the, the gold sequins on. So I'm wearing it with a long sleeve t-shirt and one of my cardigans that I wear a lot. I've made this in about 3 or 4 different kind of colours. The one most people like the best is the dreaded beige. And it's the one I like the least. Anyway, what have I got to show you today? Well, the buttons have arrived, for the cardigan I'm knitting very slowly and chunky. I've done the back and 2 fronts now, so I'm up to sleeves. They're gold, well, they're not proper gold, are they? If they were real gold, they'd be worth a fortune, wouldn't they? Gold coloured, dome-shaped buttons. That's for the cardigan when I finally finish it. And I did get a pattern I bought from eBay. It's a new pattern though. It's a King Cole 5876 and it's very nice, look at that. I'll take it back a bit because I notice when I go too close to the camera it blurs. So I'll do it here and hope you can see it. But it's also got a long sleeve version, but the long sleeve version is a lot plainer. So as I say, it's King Cole 5876, but I quite liked it. It was the short sleeve version that I'd seen. Hoping that we get some summer in order, for me to actually wear it. Anyway, I ordered some necklaces, which came rather strangely wrapped in newspaper. They were in a bag as well, so I'm just going to try and open them without... Oh, they are in a plastic bag. They are in a plastic bag, as well as being wrapped in newspaper. This is the way I buy things. I've not seen them, so you're going through them with me. Some I will like, some I won't. So let's start off with what I will like and what I won't like. Oh, that's unusual. That one will be going to the lady at the library. It's kind of like, it actually reminds me of cowbells. Now back in the 60s when I was doing my hippie thing, I liked anything on a leather thong. So I would have probably worn it then. But to me now it looks a bit like cowbells. But I'm sure it would be nice on a twiddle muff. That's for the lady in. This one, oh, is very unusual. Look at this one. Dingle dangle. Not sure which way round it goes. Maybe that way. It's got like a cascade of blue. Well, they're not glass, are they? They're plastic probably. And it's on, once again, a leather thong. That one is a possible for me. Right, this one is definitely not for me, because my neck is not that narrow. So the lady at the library could use the beads. I think I told you she's making twiddle muffs for anybody with dementia. So anything unusual or weird and wonderful she uses. Oh, this is another extremely weird and wonderful one, isn't it? Got big beads on it, bits of all sorts on it. It's even got like a flower on it. So I don't think I will be wearing that one. Nice as the beads are. Put that for the library. I'm not a brown kind of person. That again is too short. So once again the beads will go to the lady at the library. You might think I'm being very cavalier just throwing things on one side, but there's no point in keeping them if I'm not going to wear them. It's the same with that one there. It's very, very nice. But I doubt that I would wear that. I doubt it. Put that for the lady. This one is definitely for the lady at the library. It reminds me of those, do you remember those popper beads that used to be all the rage? That you used to pop together. They'd probably be classed as extremely dangerous these days because kids would pop them apart and swallow the flipping things, yeah. Too small. Too small for me. Another one. Too small. Nice, but too small. Some people must have very narrow necks. This one's quite nice. It's wooden. This one's a possibility for me because it's nice and chunky and it's wooden. So that could go on my pile. Oh dearie me. 2 lots of pearls, which are definitely not me. I'm not a pearls and twin set kind of lady. Although that doubled up might not be too bad, but I'll consider that one. Gosh, there's a lot of pearls in here. Did I really order this bundle with so many pearls in it? Some more pearls. I'll be like Lady C, won't I, wearing these? If you don't know who Lady C is, it's Lady Colin Campbell. She wears a lot of pearls. But hers, of course, are real, yeah. Mine are not. Oh, I've got some even chunkier pearls, but they're too short. I know they're called a choker, but I don't like the way they'll choke me altogether. Oh. Even more pearls. What am I doing with all these pearls? In actual fact, my friend Sarah might like these pearls because she does decorations like for Christmas and things like that. Oh, this one's all hooked up together. Hooked up together. That again is way, way too short. Wouldn't fit a child, that one, would it? Hmm. Oh, Sarah, I can see you getting a lot of these beads tomorrow when I meet you at the cafe. Meet me at the cafe. Like, look at that one. How short is that one? Strangulation level. The lady selling these beads must have had an awfully small neck. And to be quite honest, they don't look a lot like the picture. There we are again. Some more. That's too small. Sarah, you're going to be having a great big bundle full of beads. Or necklaces, I should say. Do you know, they look far nicer on the photograph, but that's always the case, isn't it? You order things online and they look far nicer on the photograph. Oh, that's another one that's too short and too weird and too wonderful. Green. I don't think it's long enough to go around twice. We shall see. If you've not nodded off already, we've still got some more pearls. More pearls, more pearls. This one reminds me of seeds. Nice beads, but I don't think I would wear them because I don't wear a lot of brown, to be truthful. Oh, that one definitely not. What on earth is that one? And that one again, strangulation mode. Bit of chain. Oh, gosh. No, another strangle your neck one. Chains come in handy if you're going to make a handbag or something, don't they? You know, you can make a handbag. Oh dear, what's that? Another strangulation one. And yet another one that's a strangulation one. Now those wooden beads would definitely come in very handy for the lady at the library. Well, I can honestly say I think I've put 2 on one side, no, 3 on one side for me. The rest of them, no. That's the look of the drawer. You buy a bundle of necklaces and you're never quite sure what you're going to get because they look so fabulous when you display them. And when you get them, they're just a load of, yeah, a load of whatever. Yeah, that one wouldn't go round my neck in a month of Sundays. Yeah, I can honestly say this isn't one of my better buys. There used to be a shop called that, I think, Better Buy at one time. Yeah, so they're all going to go back into the bag because, oh, and now my hands are dirty. Ugh. Not one of my better buys. No, no, no. Anyway, I went to knit club today. Wasn't many of us there actually. There was only about 6 of us there today. We don't know what happened to the rest of them. Obviously got things to do because it wasn't actually raining when I set off. It wasn't that bad of a day. Although I was late setting off because, you know, I was a bit groggy. Rosie was, oh, she set off barking. Oh, it seemed like the crack of dawn this morning. Something set her off and she was bark, bark, bark. She drove me potty. So after she'd woke me up, I thought, oh, no, I'm going back to sleep again, you know, going back to sleep. So that meant I slept over. Isn't it always the way? Yay! Always the way. So I thought, shall I go? Shall I not go? But I didn't go last week because of the scooter thing and the fact I'd had my injections and I didn't feel too clever. I thought I better go, better show my face. I was glad I went because it's nice to have the social company and to chit-chat, you know. We don't always talk about knitting or crocheting, we talk on different things, you know. But it's much better than the other knit club I used to go to where some of the, well, a couple of the ladies there were a bit on the crude side, you know. I'm not a prude by any means, but I don't like crudity, you know. Especially when it's said in a very loud voice in a very public place like the pub. That I do turn into a bit of a, you know, prude when it's things like that. So I stopped going there because I was embarrassed. You know, people in the pub looking over and I didn't want to be tarred with the same brush. I thought, I don't want them looking at me thinking I agree with what's being said, you know, what's being done. I don't know whether you've ever been in that embarrassing type of situation where people are very loud, very crude, very rude. And everybody looks. When you're in that same group, they think you're all the light, don't they? So I just thought, no, it's not going to change. It's not going to alter. So I just stopped going. So I'm with a nicer lot of people now. All 3 of my knit clubs now are very genteel. We have a laugh, don't get me wrong. We do have a laugh. We touch upon some things that are highly amusing, you know. And when one of the ladies today was telling us some limericks that were a little bit, you know, on the naughty side. I won't repeat them. But they weren't crude, or they weren't rude. They were just a little bit on the naughty side. But I don't mind that, you know. Oh, the rain is thumping down now. I came in at the right moment, didn't I? Ooh. Well, my new shower mat's arrived. I've just put that in the shower. The other one was very tired and I couldn't get it properly clean. No matter how much I scrubbed it and washed it in the washing machine. It's very difficult not to get mouldy growing on bath mats and things like that in a bathroom. No matter how clean you are and how much you bleach. Oh, bane of your life, isn't it? I don't know whether you get mould in your bathroom. Not dreadful mould up the walls, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a little bit of mould that grows along the skirting board or the edge of your shower tray that you have to scrub at with a bit of bleach to try and get rid of it. Well, I'd scrubbed this. It had little rubber suckers on the end of my shower mat. I'd scrubbed round them and everything and I thought, oh, I've had enough of this. For what they cost, I thought, I'm buying another one. So I bought a white one now. The one I had before was see-through, which made it worse because you could see through it and see if there was any black growing on any of the suckers. So now I've got a white one. So unless I pull it up, which I will do when I'm cleaning obviously, unless I pull it up I won't actually be faced with the glorious mouldy looking bits. I'd rather keep buying a new one. They're not that expensive, are they? Says last of the big spenders. Yeah, well, you'd be glad to know I didn't get tempted and I didn't go into Aldi and I didn't go into Poundland to see what yarn they had. Lots of people have done videos, you know, showing what they've bought and that, but in all honesty, I can't honestly say that I needed anything. And I know that is not an excuse for not buying something. We don't need what we buy, do we? We buy it because we like it. And I knew that if I'd gone into Aldi or gone into Poundland, I would see something that I liked, but didn't need, yeah? So I thought, no. stop it. I mean, I'm going to be about 3 weeks when I finally get my hand done. I think I told you, didn't I? I got all excited because I had a phone call the other day and I thought, oh, they're calling me in early. But no, it was just to repeat a questionnaire that I'd already done. I didn't like saying to her, I've done this already. I thought, no, I won't upset her. I'll just let her trundle all the way through it. You do know when you're coming in. You do know what you're having done. Yes, I do. Quicker the better. So sad, I was disappointed. I thought it was going to be an early call-in. But you never know, there's still time to March the 22nd, isn't there? So I still go wearing my little mitt, and I bought some new mittens actually. I could have shown them you, but they're in there. They were supposed to be kind of thermal, but they're not really. But they are knitted, but they've got this kind of furry inside. Anyway, I road tested them today, although it's not as cold today as it might be. And my fingers did stay warm. And I often think sometimes that mittens actually keep your fingers warmer than individual gloves where you have your fingers in separate holes. Yeah? Oh, that rain is absolutely hammering it down. I'm going to be rolling the sides down on my way to knit club tonight, aren't I? Anyway, I hope your knitting's progressing a lot more than mine is. I can only do a few rows at once before the hand, you know, goes dead and cramps up and whatever. So, but slowly, slowly, it's like the tortoise and the hare, isn't it? Slowly, slowly wins the race. The tortoise gets there in the end. I mean, I've knitted a back and 2 fronts. There's still a lot to knit because I've got 2 sleeves to knit, and then it's got the big band, the cuffs. It's got the big band, it's got the waistband, and it's got the collar. So I've not even knitted a quarter of the way, really. Sounds a lot, doesn't it? I've done the back and the 2 fronts, but I haven't really. I haven't really broken its back, as they say, yeah. So, I don't know what I'll take it with me to knit club and start doing a bit more on the sleeves. I'll give my hand a rest in between. You know, it's my thumb that's most dead. It's amazing. I can't pick things, grip things. Oh, you know. I don't know what I'm going to be like. I was actually considering buying some new underwear because I won't be able to do hooks and eyes when I've got my hand all bandaged up. So I'm thinking of buying, you know, the sports type underwear that you just pull up. They're not very flattering. They don't do anything for your boobs. But just pull over your head, you know, like put them on. I thought, well, at least I'll be able to put them on, you know, when I've only got one hand. I think, well, I lived on my own when I had the other one done. So I think I just actually wandered around the house without wearing, you know, the top half of the underwear, if you know what I'm saying. It's even difficult to pull on things like tights, trousers, anything, because you've only got one hand. I don't know how people manage. You know, people who've had a stroke and only have the use of one arm. I don't know how they manage. Luckily, it was only about, well, it was a few days before I had to take the whopping big padding off. And then I think it was about 3 weeks before I could actually properly, you know, use it with any strength, like to pull your trousers up, tights up, anything. So I might be just wearing, you might see me on camera, but I might be wearing any old thing, you know. Anything I can just put on without using any zippers or using any buttons. Anything with a fastening on you can't do with only one hand. It's very difficult, yeah. You can't even do a zipper without the other hand to hold the bottom of the zip. I cannot remember honestly what I wore. Because last time I had trouble, because I think I told you when they took the stitches out too soon and it didn't heal over properly. So I had to actually wear my big paddy bandage thing for quite a while. Because every time I went anywhere, if you touch it, if you bang it, oh boy does it hurt if you catch it or bang it or knock it, yeah. It won't be as bad here because I'm living with people. So hopefully, I mean, apart from asking anybody to pull my trousers up, that would be a little bit too much for my family to do. But at least I will have help with, you know, cooking and washing dishes and things like that. I know what I need to order. I need to order one of those bags you put over your hand, you know, that are fasten. I think they sell them for people who've got plaster cast on to keep them dry while you're in the shower, yeah? Because otherwise, I mean, the last time it was my right hand, and I could actually get into the bath and leave my right hand not in the bath water, if you know what I mean, and wash myself with my left hand. But this time it's going to be my left hand, and the way I get in the shower, it would be under the water, because my shower door's on this side, if you're with me. And I don't have a bath that I can hang my arm out of this time. So, yeah, I knew I needed to order 2 things today. I needed to order the new undergarments for the top bit, like a sports thing, you know what I mean, you just pull them on and off. Not flattering at all, do nothing for your figure, but at least I could put them on. And the bags that go on your hands that fasten with Velcro, so you don't get your hand wet when you're having a shower. So that is what I need to do. I need to upload this video, turn the computer on. Well, to upload the video I need to turn the computer on. I don't know what time it is, make myself a drink. Decide what I'm making for my tea. I think I've got a meat pudding that I got from Marks and Spencer's. Got that in the fridge. I might have that for my tea. I don't know what they've planned to have for tea, because my son's actually working till 9 o'clock tonight. So my daughter-in-law prefers to eat with him. I mean, she does sometimes make something, you know, for me. But she knows I go out like 6:45, so it'll be, hey girls, Mick Club, here I come. Oh, we do have a laugh. We do have a laugh. Wednesday evenings, we do have a laugh. I like to go just for the social content, you know, it's not so much the knitting or the crocheting, but the socialness, yeah. And tomorrow, it's cafe day if it's not too rainy. I'm not too bad because I can roll the sides down on the scooter, but my friend doesn't have a scooter with a top on. And considering she's been ill all week and she's not got out of bed, I don't think we'll be seeing her tomorrow, to be truthful. She's had pneumonia. Oh God, that rain. Oh. I'm in like the conservatory part of the house, so it hasn't got a glass roof, it's got a proper roof, but you can hear the rain a lot more than you would if I was in my bedroom, for example, or in my lounge, because then there's an upstairs, isn't there? So the rain would be hitting the upstairs bit. But here's a single story, so the roof, you know, I can hear the rain on the roof. Not nice, no. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so I'll wish you all a happy Wednesday. You may see me tomorrow, you never know, you're looking at raffle, you know what I mean? You poor things. Anyway, thank you very much for all the comments that people are leaving me. I love reading them. You're very nice to me. You really are, yeah. Thanks to my new subscribers. I don't know who each and every one of you are. Otherwise I would say thank you, thank you, thank you. But thank you very much anyway. It's nice, you know, I mean, I'm not growing my channel by leaps and bounds, but, you know, growing my channel by 5 people is like exciting to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, we've got 5 more people watching me. Woo, that's exciting. So, anyway, like I said before, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It's free, totally free. I don't ask you for anything to subscribe to me. It's not one of those, you know, where you have to pay so much a month to watch me. It's not one of those, no. I'm totally free as a bird, yeah. I may put the Ko-fi back on. So if anybody does feel the need to buy me a coffee, they can do, which would be very, very nice of you. But it's not compulsory. It's not obligatory, as they say. It would be purely if anybody fancied buying me a coffee. That would be it. But I'm not going to say, you need to buy me a coffee. Won't be one of those kind of channels, no. So I'm going to go because my battery, for some reason, on the camera's gone really right down to... Oh, please tell me this camera's not packing up like the other one did. Oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. It's always money, 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 as Abba used to sing, isn't it? It's always something. Mind you, I'm still considering spending some money that I don't want to spend. Buying one of those great long padded coats, you know, with a hood. I used to have one, but I bought it when I was uber thin, and I kind of grew out of it. So I gave it to, I think I gave it to a friend who was uber thin. Yeah. So even if I still had it, it wouldn't fit me because it was uber thin. It was thin. So I keep looking at them. I've even considered looking at those wet dry coats, you know, you wear when you've been swimming and you put them on. I mean, people are laughing at me because they look like massive, great big overcoats that's like 10 times too big, don't they? If it keeps me warm and dry, I don't care. I am not that proud to not walk around wearing one. Well, I wouldn't be walking around, would I? I'd be sat on my scooter. So, they're so expensive. So I'm considering, you know. I have looked on eBay, but there's one on eBay that I'm kind of watching. But whenever I start watching anything, somebody else starts watching it too, and then it goes up. And I think I've mentioned to you before, whenever I'm bidding on anything, I know how much I want to spend. So I force myself to stop at that level of spending, because otherwise it gets silly. And you finish up paying more for a second-hand one than you would have done if you'd have gone to the shop in the first place and bought a new one. Yeah. If I'm going to pay silly money, I'd rather have a brand new one. Yeah. There is a shop actually on, kind of on Infinity, which is not too far from me if it's a nice dry day, that sells kind of sports gear, outdoor gear, ski wear stuff. They might have them, but they're probably going to be top whack, aren't they? And there's also a JD Sports, but they probably only do the Anaraki type things that come to your knees. I've got one of those. Don't get me wrong, my coat is lovely and warm that I've got that I wear on a scooter, but it stops just before my knees. So like, you know, the bottom half, my legs and that get cold. So, maybe I should just get one of those things, you know, like a sleeping bag that you zip yourself into. As long as it's got arms that I can stick my hands through, so I can do the... Oh, and there it is telling me to go. So bye for now. Thank you very much for your company. Please thumb up, like and subscribe. Bye for now.